The elections are over and people are still pissed. So it's been slightly more than a week since the general elections concluded, with the Workers' Party being the only opposition party to secure seats in the parliament, 10 seats to be exact. And even with that amount of time passing since the general elections, it seems that some people are still kind of in that election mindset whereby it's the whole us against them, a lot of smearing, a lot of shit throwing back and fro. I don't think it's actually doing any benefit or good for the nation, considering the fact that, we're still facing a pandemic, we still have COVID-19. So what are some of the things that I feel we should be considering or thinking about during this time instead, now that the elections are concluded? So the first thing we need to do, I feel, is to take a deep breath and to collect ourselves and to understand what's going on. So one thing I think we need to remind everyone and ourselves is that the PAP is still the government. They still hold a sizable majority in parliament, and of course therefore they call the shots on policies and stuff that affect our life, and vice versa. Do they have the mandate? Yes, of course. Do they have the blank check? Not really anymore. What they have instead is a very noisy check. Does it mean that certain policies that you don't agree with will automatically be rejected and fought against by your opposition MPs? They will fight for it, but whether or not something will come out of it, I don't know, because at the end of the day, don't forget, the PAP still holds the majority. So if after all that fighting and then it comes down to a democratic vote, guess where it will go? Then what about the ones who are living in the newly opposition ward of Sengkang? Well, there's nothing we can do really, except for wait for the handover to the new MPs. Then you will realize that nothing bad has happened. There's no change for the worse whatsoever it is. What you have now is a bunch of PAP dudes that are still sticking around, hanging around like the crazy ex that wouldn't leave your side. Constantly popping up at PA events, just to, show up and remind you that we still have a chance at love, I still got a chance because I'm still right next to you. Let's just hope that the Workers' Party veterans from Aljunied and Hougang are able to advise the young team on how to handle this new dynamic, this new town council people's association dynamic. So another thing I want to talk about is reconciliation, and it's rather important because everyone's just firing rockets at each other right now. I think it's important for every one of us to step back and sort of look at the overall idea that, all these politicians, all these candidates, whatever they say, whatever they do, comes from the same place at the end of the day, which is that they want to, bring the country, bring the nation to a better place and to lead it to safety amidst the crisis and everything, and who knows, to a better future. And once you understand that, it makes it easier to not see supporters or candidates that are of the other side as enemies of the state. No one is an enemy of the state. Everyone just wants to see their country be better. They just have different ideas on how to get there. So in a sense, it is up to us and the politicians to sit down and have a proper discussion, maybe less emotionally charged now that the elections are over, and come to a consensus democratically to move forward. And of course, that's the last part I want to talk about. We need to, now that we've taken a deep breath to assess the situation, we've reconciled with each other, we need to start growing as a country again, because definitely we've taken some damage during the pandemic. Definitely we've taken some damage through some other situations. So now that the elections are pretty much set in stone, hopefully maybe the handovers for the GRCs and stuff are done soon. And hopefully once the dust settles, the country can get together and start moving forward to grow as a nation, to celebrate the country. Of course, very timely, because in 1 month's time, less than 1 month actually, we'll be celebrating our National Day. Yay! How does that happen? I don't know. But yeah, to grow also means that it is the time to, think about a lot of things. Think about how we want to identify as Singaporeans. Think about how we want to showcase ourselves to the world. Think about what having an official opposition leader actually means. Whether we are ready for a non-Chinese PM. And most importantly, what the f is this guy doing at the thank you speech?